What's going on, guys? Solid Nate here, and just want to make a video about an experience I had the other day. I was gonna play an old game I like a lot called Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4 on the PC. This was a couple weeks ago, but I had the night. It was a Friday night, and I told my friend I was gonna play it. I'm like, "Yep, I'm gonna play it." He says, "Okay, man, it's gonna be one of the best nights of your life," because I haven't played it, I haven't played it for probably 10 years, maybe 15 years, something like that. But back when I was playing it, a long time ago, I played it all the time. I played it constantly. So anyway, I was looking forward to it. I was like, this is gonna be fun to go back to this. But as I turned the game on and realized that it was just the exact same game it was way back when I played it. It was a PC game, but there was no patches or anything. There's no changes at all. Ever since I played it last, I was like, man, so the game just got abandoned. The game just is just there. It's just kind of stuck where it was 15 years ago or whatever it is. And I thought, geez, that's so much different from games today. Let's say you're playing a game like Cyberpunk, or that one definitely comes to mind. Or just whatever, any type of game on the PS3, PS4, PS5. There's probably going to be a patch, maybe not for PS3, but they patch them quite often. So in other words, they fix them or change them, whatever happens in these patches. But it makes the games feel like they're kind of still living, quote, living. Like Cyberpunk, for example, that game came out, it was a big disaster. People have been patching it and fixing and fixing and fixing. I bet you there's probably been like 3, 4, 5 patches since I played it just, a year ago. And it's crazy because the game already came out a long time ago. But they're still spending all that time patching it. So it gives you that feeling that the game is alive, compared to these games that are just left for dead. But the counter argument to that I heard is that, well, that just means that the game developers made the games right the first time, and they really don't need to be changed, and, they really don't need to be alive. So that's the counter argument, but I just want to open it up for discussion about what do you guys think? What do you guys prefer? It was an interesting experience that I've never had, though, when I turned that game on, the PC game, and realized that just nothing had been worked on with it, for 15, 20 years. And it just actually kind of made me feel like it was more of a waste of time than playing a game that was a, quote, living game. Like, another good example of that is I've been playing a ton of Age of Empires 2, or at least I was a couple years ago. And they would patch it all the time. They still are. And they would also release these expansion packs to keep the game, living. Keep the community alive, keep things buzzing. And it very much gives you a feeling that the game's alive. And so you feel like more productive playing it, which doesn't really make that much sense, but that's how I felt. I felt productive, like, oh, okay, I felt good getting better at it, which I never really did get that good at it, but I felt good when I did get better at it, and it just made me feel like, okay, I'm accomplishing something that matters, compared to when you're playing a game that's 15, 20 years old and is just left for dead. You may not get that feeling. But it's funny, though. It's a feeling I didn't get for games on consoles. Games in the NES, games in the Super Nintendo, games on the 64, PlayStation, PS2, all that type of thing. I guess I don't really need those to be updated, but the computer games, you kind of see that there's all these patches and stuff, and so you felt like, geez, no one's worked on this, for all this time. So I don't know. It's a weird argument. It kind of goes along with my feeling of I feel more accomplished when I play an RPG that has like a start and an end, and you can level up your characters and make progress like that, compared to a match-based game such as let's just say you're playing a few rounds of Call of Duty. I feel like that's more of a waste of time. It feels like more of a waste of time than making progress in a game like that, like an RPG, or like an adventure game or whatever, like a Legend of Zelda, something like that. You feel like you're getting stuff done, you're accomplishing stuff. You feel more, you feel better about it. So at least I do. That's just kind of how I felt. So yeah, open it up for discussion. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But for certainly though, games today are way different than they were back then. And I guess you guys probably already all know this, of course, but man, games come out and it's not the last, we've seen of it. Games come out and they change over time a lot. Like they throw it out there for people to buy, but it gets changed a lot throughout the whole time. Lots of content can get added too. So a good example of that is Final Fantasy VII Remake. It came out, then there was a whole new edition with Yuffie. Like, why wasn't that in the original? I don't know. But yeah, that's how it is. So all the games that are on the old systems though, like those are just there. They made them once, and they can't go back and change anything. Games in the Super Nintendo, NES, PS2, PS1, they made it, and that's it. Even though I have seen that some of the Super Nintendo games seem like they have like a version 1 and 2 and stuff like that. I don't know what the heck's going on with those. I'd have to look and see what that is, but I've seen that like on ROMs and stuff. V1 and V1.1, stuff like that. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.